help it, can't lose it, I love it.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events,
why everybody got so quiet?
Joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
This is your new favorite internet radio, Power 108.9.
Did you share?
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already! Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
Waiting on you, Cindy B.
What's going on with you this week? I need you to get your life together.
Don't start with me today. Not today.
Cheers, cheers. We are here. And that means it is Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. And you are listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And you know I have a wonderful, amazing show set up for you today. And I got my guest co-host in the building. RJ, say hey to the people.
Hey to the people. You know she can't cheers alone.
You know I don't like to cheers all by myself. And so I've got some amazing guests in the building. We are going to do our full introduction with them a little bit later, but we've got real estate pros Stephanie Gowdy and James Burke in the building. Say hey to the people, y'all.
Hey to the people. Hey.
How you doing? Cheers. Let me see the cheers. Bring your cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers, cheers. Cheers. All right, sis.
All right. But they're not here to talk about real estate today.
Uh-oh.
It is all about dating over 50.
Yes.
Okay. All of that. What is that like? Is it online dating? Is it traditional dating? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Is it, how do you merge the finances? Do you merge the finances?
There's a lot going on with 50 and over.
Okay.
And nobody's talking about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you combine houses if you both are homeowners? We're going to talk about all of that
the
today.
Children.
all of that. Grandchildren, all of that.
Look at Stephanie. Don't talk about
Don't mess with my children.
Don't mess with my babies,
bridging both families together.
That's right.
Yes.
And you know we've got that 7:30 cray. That's 7:30 crazy.
Yes.
And we've got the Atlanta Now report by RJ.
Yes, we do.
And we have What Would Sin Say at the top of the 8 o'clock hour.
Yes.
We got all of that for you today. I need you to make sure you share on your pages. Make sure you share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Volume okay?
Hey, babe. What's going on, Maria? Thanks for tuning in. All right, now. We're loving it. Hey, Philip. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Andrew and Felicia. Thank you so much.
Eric.
We got a small break. Thank you for supporting Power 108.9 and Women in Radio. Y'all ain't ready for this show. You really not. You think you are.
No, I don't think they're ready.
You think you are. Y'all heard you heard Stephanie. You think you are, but you are not ready. This is not your average 50 and older conversation today that we're about to have. So you call your friends. You need to be tuning in because it's about to get 7:30 crazy in here.
7:30 crazy. At the 7:30 hour, I read a news article. 7:30 crazy. 7:30 used to be a police code back in the day. Somebody acting crazy out in the streets. So now it's an urban kind of relationship term.
And if y'all want to tune in and watch the entire show, if you're watching me live, you can go to Power 108.9 and you'll be able to watch the entire show. That's Power 108.9.
2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously.
And we'll be providing the phone number for those who want to call in. And please share the videos.
Visit our website.
We cannot exist without you guys.
That's right.
.joystick.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. I'm trying to not have me and Michael's relationship become broken. You know, I feel
you got beef today?
I got beef.
You want to get some off your chest?
You know what I'm saying?
You got an hour, 53 minutes. What's up? You want to get this out the way?
Yes, because I sent you a text message this week and I didn't get a response, and I don't appreciate that because
what did you text me?
Well, I guess she gonna get you for both of us.
What did you text me?
Get him.
I text you about this thing that's going on at the Braves. You got my text.
No, you know what happens is
he's been busy this week.
You answer it in your head, thinking you sent the text message. That's what I thought I did.
But you didn't.
Hold on, my mic don't work.
So I was in my feelings.
You gotta catch him early in the morning, huh, Michael?
I do. That's what I do. Right, so I can catch him right after the 7 o'clock show ends.
Oh, thank you. Listen, I told Michael that I said, listen, I had to roll like it was like roll. What time is? I gotta try to catch him right.
That is too funny. So, RJ, we got some special people in the building.
Yes, special people in the building.
So who we got? We have Miss.
And our good friend, too.
A very close friend of ours. Stephanie Gowdy. Say hey to people.
Hello to the people.
Okay, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your background a little bit.
I am a former interior designer to the stars, transitioned into being a female minority-owned general contractor.
That's right, boss. Boss.
There's been some life turns and changes, and I've been dating way after 50.
Yes, you have.
And that's why
50 and fabulous, honey.
And that's why they call me Stephanie V, because you'll never know what my last name will be.
Okay.
You better come, girl. Eartha would be mad at you.
Okay.
Hey, it is what it is.
And I'm meeting for the first time. So we're going to call him friend for now.
You can call me James.
I know your name. I'm talking about how we know you through Stephanie. Okay.
Yes.
So, we'll let them talk about that a little bit later on in the show.
Welcome to the show.
James, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you as well.
James Burke. I've been here in this town since 1980.
Okay.
Ooh.
Long time.
Long time.
You've seen a lot of changes.
Well, I've seen it all.
Oh, my
From
goodness.
PA, came down to GA. and I've been in the engineering business since. Ever since.
Yes.
Okay.
And inspected buildings all over the whole state.
Wow.
All 159 counties.
How did you meet our beautiful Stephanie?
Oh, boy. No.
Be honest.
We're going to leave it up to you. You explain.
No.
You tell.
Come on, James. I want to hear both stories. I want to hear both.
Uh-oh.
You want to hear his side first?
Okay, let me hear James.
Okay.
Go ahead, James.
So I can be corrected, right? Is that what that is?
Always.
Yes.
We started off in one of the sites. Which one was that?
I don't know. I was on a lot of them.
Oh. Ooh.
Are we
Booked
talk-
and
wait,
busy,
we
booked
said
and busy.
sites. Are we talking? So
dating
everybody
sites.
knows.
Oh,
okay,
dating
dating
sites.
online. Okay,
Online dating
Can we
sites.
say which one?
So
or we're gonna
which
leave that one out.
Tell her which
Yeah,
one.
Which one was it? Because the people want to
Well,
know.
I was on at the time Black People Meet.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
senior Black People
Oh, I didn't
Meet.
know that they had a senior Black people.
I
meet.
was on Senior Black People Meet.
Uh-huh.
And I was on Match.com.
Okay.
And I was on Interracial.com.
Wow.
Look, listen, ladies.
Wow.
Okay, listen, Lindas.
You don't have to jump the broom. You can jump the fence.
Yes, but you are serious about your dating. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're not playing with it.
No.
So I do appreciate that. Yeah. You were trying to at least find that partner.
Okay,
right.
I love it.
We're going to get into that. But, so which one did you all meet
I
on?
think it was Black People Meet. wasn't
Black
it?
people meet.
Okay, so how does that work? Because I didn't do online dating. So is it
Okay.
a swipe situation, or do you have to message, or how does that work?
Well, you go online and build a profile. Hopefully, you're honest enough to build an honest profile.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the first
Please.
thing.
And post the right picture.
And post the right picture. Ladies, if you're 50, don't give a picture when you're 35.
Don't do it.
Please,
Okay.
ladies.
That black and white glam picture.
Tell them again.
Please, ladies.
Y'all heard it from a man.
Be truthful.
Be truthful.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Because you must remember that you go on, you build a profile, you have to be honest about
Yes.
what you're looking for.
Yes.
You cannot hold back because you will only get people coming to you saying what you want. You know, if you're
Right.
looking for marriage,
Yes.
you need to say
You
up
need to
front,
say-
you're
Tell
not
them.
looking to be a
Tell
permanent
them.
By
girlfriend.
now, that's right. You
Tell
need to
them.
put it on the table with what you want, and not just that. People are 50 and older, especially you're online and you're dating. You done been there, done that. You do not have time. For the lies, for the deception, and if there's lies and deception, you're gonna call it anyway.
That's
You'll
right.
be
And
able
then
to
they
see
have
it.
what do you call it? An unpleasant feeling about online dating because they didn't put the right information out there, and so they're receiving the wrong person.
and they
Right.
never want to hook up with you because they know they lied about what they look like.
It's
Right.
called
And-
fraud, okay?
Basically, and
Fraud.
from
and William.
you know
Oh
how
my
men
God.
speak, they're right to the point.
Yeah,
Yes,
right to the
I
point.
love
It's a
it.
fraud
It's a
situation.
fraud.
It's a fraud.
It goes both ways now.
So online dating has been around for a little while now. Have you all, since it's kind of become popular, have you all been on online dating?
Well, I've been on it off and on through different situations.
Right.
But I will say this. The first thing for people over 50, you will find a lot of people over 50 that have a stigma and they'll say, I'm not desperate. Okay. You know, the worst thing for people is to get stuck in a rut.
You better say it.
And they will sit up there and say, well, I want to meet somebody through somebody.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
everybody you know, if they had someone for you to meet, you would have met them. And
By
if,
now.
And if love was around the corner, you would have found it by now.
By now.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's the first thing. A lot of seniors are reluctant. Now, the bad thing is this. When I was online maybe 4 years ago, there was a very nice professional pool. Now all the guys that hung in the club, it's a cesspool out there. So because now they can play 5 and 6 women, and whatever they were playing when they were 40, they still playing at 60. Okay? And so when you go online, you have to really know what you're looking for, and you have to read the profile.
You got to be discerning of
That's right.
the profiles that you're reading. You have to be extremely discerning of them.
Right. And not just look at a face. I know a lot
Yes.
of people, the first thing they look at is the pretty face. They would have said they're looking for a serious relationship.
Yes.
The guy will say, well, we got to first be friends before we're serious. Cut it.
Wow.
You're
so
saying-
I'm so quiet because I've never set up a profile or anything. So I'm like, really? That's how it goes and all that. So listen, when we come back, I want to find out, is it harder to commit to a full-on relationship when you're over 50? You've married, you've divorced, you've been there, done that. So is it about the marriage, or is it I just want a companion. And how does dating compare from 50 to when you were in your 20s, 30s, maybe 40s? When we come back, you're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back. Do you want to move my phone totally? Yeah. What I need to do with my phone. Yeah. You can put it wherever you want as long as it. I have a question for you. Yeah. I don't know anything. You want a question? When we come back from the break. Okay. We got
Thought about a fan.
From one of the viewers.
Unusual.
Seriously, girl.
What? She got. Right.
Let me see your phone, Cindy.
Daughters do it for them. Problem is, once the person take over, they know it wasn't them.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Well, he had to. Yeah.
You know, we can talk about this all night. I mean, all night. Okay. We're talking about, women 50 and older. Another thing about that rut. Okay, that rut, you get stuck in a rut in all kinds of ways, socially, personally, psychologically, sexually. Oh, it's coming. If I'm talking about it, it's coming. Okay?
Brazilian what? Oh, hell no.
Okay.
That's what they're like. That's what they are. I'm sure. 50-year-old women, they'll sit there. Women I know, they'll say, you're going to get a Brazilian what? You must be Brazilian what?
And that's what I'm talking about.
You better go learn from the young.
You are very, very, very different. You are very different.
You know she did that.
And that's why you are how you are. And it can be a lesson for a lot of women 50 and older. It's the energy and the attitude.
Thank you.
And that is right.
My mom said you looking good. Hey, Mom.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Tommy and William, everybody.
All right, come on. You ready?
I'm ready. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And I have my co-host here today, RJ. Say hey.
Am I? Oh, I'm back on, y'all. Hey, peoples. This is RJ Powell.
And we have our guest in the building. We have Miss Stephanie Gowdy. And we have Mr. James Burke.
Yes.
And we are talking all things dating over 50.
And if you just tuned in, don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
I did this show because I received a lot of requests to do a show on dating. How do you date over 50? Now, as a relationship coach, there are certain principles, strategies, techniques, and things that will go with anyone for any person in any age. However, when I am a believer in when you have not fully experienced it, obviously I'm not over 50, so I cannot speak from experience in terms of what you experience in dating over 50. And I know Stephanie, she is going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I love it.
Yeah, so we were talking about online dating, but I want to kind of switch gears a little bit and ask, is it harder? Do you find it harder to commit to a full-on relationship, not even close to marriage yet, but just a full-on, like we are exclusively committed to one another over 50? I'll start with you first, Stephanie.
That's the only type of relationship I was ever interested in. I'm not a piece of used goods. I'm not a permanent girlfriend. I date with a purpose because I have a price and it's my heart.
Well, do you think that okay, so that's you, but do you think that it's okay to be over 50 and feel like, you know, I've been there, done that, I've married, I've done that, maybe I've done it twice, I've got kids, and I kind of want to hold on to my independence while I have a companion?
Well, I think that the beauty of being over 50, you can have whatever you want.
I was
at that
freedom.
point, you've done it all. You've had children.
Yes.
You've lived most of your dream. So you can do whatever you want. I hear a lot of guys tell me now that they're tired of being a one-night stand because they meet a lot of women over 50 that don't want commitments. They don't want to cook. They don't want to this. They don't.
So we got a lot of women over 50 doing one-night stands.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It's the tables have turned.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to ask James from a male perspective.
Yes.
Just being honest, even though Stephanie's here, be honest in terms of, as from a male perspective. She looking at y'all. She looking at
Am I on the right station?
Safe place.
Y'all can tune in.
No. From a male perspective, over 50.
Yes.
Is it harder to commit to an exclusive relationship when you're of a particular age?
Yes. Let me start somewhere else, if I may.
Okay.
She and I, we started in two different areas because she had been divorced for a while.
Right.
I was rather newly divorced.
Okay.
So that's a difference.
It is.
Because you need, with that year,
Yes.
2 years.
I call it phases. You got to go through those cycles.
Absolutely.
I call it cycles.
Yes.
Yes. So, I was probably a little over a year
Okay.
divorced. So she was more ready than I was.
Okay.
So I was reluctant at the beginning.
Okay.
But then, have you been around Stephanie?
I was about to say.
Have you been around this exceptional
How was
woman?
it after a year of being divorced, meeting someone like Stephanie? Stephanie has a lot of class, has a lot of sass,
A lot of life.
a lot of energy,
A lot of everything.
So how was that in comparison? Just to you,
With
I
regular
won't.
women?
No, I don't want to compare Stephanie to no other woman because Stephanie is very unique, and
That's
I
what
do
I
know that.
said.
I
It's
want
regulars
to,
and then
yeah,
it's stuff.
in comparison to who you are, and what you were used to. We'll say that.
Well, I'm used to professional women.
Yes.
I want nothing else.
Okay.
From the inside out, not from the outside in. How does she match up with you?
We meshed.
Okay.
Not at first.
Okay, explain that
It was
part.
clashes galore.
Okay, what? Oh my
Clashes
So we
galore.
know our friend Stephanie, but I want to hear from your
because
words.
I'm used to somewhat running the show.
Ah.
And then I met Stephanie.
Yes.
So you can be the leader, but she gonna be the boss.
No. This is what happened.
Tell
Okay,
me what happened.
Tell it.
I'm going to cut in.
Tell us.
He actually told me he's used to running his show, and I told him I'm not in one-man productions. That is either co-productions or my curtain don't rise. Okay? So, at that point, I think he knew who Stephanie V was. You understand?
Yes,
I think I knew
Steph.
before
Yes,
then.
we do.
Did I not say that to you,
You
James?
did say
Oh,
She
okay.
said it. I
You
know
did
she
say
did.
But he actually told me that he went home and said, I'm not dealing with that woman. She's
I was about
crazy.
to ask him that.
And then he said he
Said
was laying
that
in the
3 or 4
bed.
times.
Yeah, and he said he was laying in the bed and couldn't stop thinking of me. And he said, "Am I crazy?"
Yes, you 7:30 crazy. 7:30 crazy.
Crazy all day long.
Okay.
my gosh.
Okay, so James,
Funny.
going back to you meet all the spice of life
Wow.
that Stephanie has.
Yes, I did.
So, what made you say that? You know what? Yes, she's full of spice.
Yes.
I'm used to running the show.
Yes.
But what made you come to that point of compromise?
The mesh.
Okay,
We
explain.
clicked. We like the same things. We get along with each other pretty well.
Okay.
But as far as the extras, like music, I think that was the key, wasn't
Yes. She loves
we
music,
no,
live
we
music.
love music. And we kind of
Wonderful.
meshed from that point, and it just tied us together. And then we just went on from there, and then found out that the business aspects were close.
Okay.
So that helped.
Okay.
But I think the fact that we had the same core values,
Okay.
I could tell he was raised right.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
Thank you.
a lot of us know a lot of men, but James was very respectful and he had values.
Okay.
You know, like he said, I'm not going to lie to you ever. You know, there was a time when he was talking to me and he was honest. He was talking about 2 other people. And one day I told him, I said, hey, I'd rather you do it to 2 other people. But that's just who I am. But he was very honest and he had values.
Okay.
He wasn't going to play a game. He wasn't trying to game. And I respected him for that. So I respected him.
It's interesting, I want to say, that you said he wasn't he was raised right. The reason I want to go back to that is because that was so long ago. And from there to now, a lot of men and women, a lot of men, by the time they get over 50, you can't tell if they was raised right or not because of all the life experiences and the pain that they've been through. And if they haven't been through quality or healthy relationships, even if they didn't work out, if they haven't been through those healthy relationships, when I tell you baggage, by the time he gets to you, it's so much baggage. And that go on both sides.
But if your basics aren't correct, that's going to happen.
Yes. So you was not only raised right, but it seemed like through your journey of dating and marriage, you was done right. You wasn't done so wrong that you couldn't give the type of love and support that Stephanie needed when you met her.
Mm-hmm. So, right.
Okay, so you mentioned all the life that over 50 you've lived,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that makes me wonder when it comes to commitment or because sometimes it seems like the younger, they're ready to commit right away, because it's fresh. They get their first love or, whatever, and they're ready to commit. They're ready to get married right away. But do you think dating over 50, you've experienced so much in life that it might give you some hesitations into... Let's go past relationships. Let's say that you're okay with you all being exclusive with each other, but one wants to get married. So dating over 50... would you say that sometimes it might hinder because you have all this life knowledge?
I think those are things that you probably should get out of the way in the beginning. I don't believe in going down a dead-end street and I got to turn around.
Okay.
So, a lot of people don't ask questions because they don't want to know the answer.
And that is what I have found.
Okay.
So many women are answering.
So,
I'm like, you didn't ask those questions?
Right.
I don't want to know.
6 months down, you know nothing about this
Nothing.
man. James and I, even before we got into a committed relationship, he, just as much as both of our personalities, he wanted to know what my intentions were. Okay. Just like I wanted to know what his were. And it was strange because he was a man. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, I'm not looking for a lifetime girlfriend. Okay. So he made it known to me that he wasn't into having a relationship with somebody that was wasting his time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I let him know that I wasn't looking for anyone that was wasting my time. And he said something to me that a lot of men didn't say. He said, you know what? I enjoyed marriage. I enjoyed the whole matrimonial commitment, having a person to do things with.
Yes.
He was not saying he wanted to do that right now. But what he was saying to you is that had value to
I was
him.
going to say marriage holds value with him.
Right.
Because if you don't get married, does it mean that, you're just still going down a dead-end road? Especially when you're 50 and over. So many people are like, don't need to be married. We'll just be with one another. We'll come.
I want to talk about that more later in terms of how do you merge? So you realize that you want to come together, not necessarily as marriage, but as exclusive relationship. But how do you make that work when, as hopefully over 50, you are established in your career and all of that kind of things? We're going to talk about that some more later in the show, but we've got that 7:30 crazy. When we come back, you're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
To the people's Micah. He don't want to say, not today. Michael's busy today. Busy. Okay. Oh, no. You don't get stressed. You do not get stressed.
My heart was broken.
Look at that light skin. Look at that light skin.
That's what it
right
was.
there.
Because, yeah.
James, that question.
I you know what, Michael? I said, I'm not going to get in my feelings. Michael's a busy person, okay? Busy person. Michael said, that's the light skin thing.
Called at the right time, girl.
I know, and I'm so glad I did.
Not have gotten that return.
Oh, so coming here without a belt.
He was my dad.
And fine.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You hear that, Daddy?
I saw that picture of you and Daddy.
Okay. You don't listen to me.
Stop whining like a coach. Come get wifey. Come get wifey, coach.
I'm ready.
And here we go.
Call me crazy one more time.
Laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
Boy, you so crazy.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
You ain't seen no sign of him being crazy, deranged.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And we are ready for that 7:30 crazy. Y'all ready?
We ready.
Dang. Okay, this is from Fox News. I'm not going to read the title because then it'll give it away.
Okay.
A Texas man is wanted by authorities for divorcing his wife, apparently without her knowledge. Paul Nixon, 51, allegedly broke it off from his wife using forged documents behind her back, authorities claimed. Nixon's wife told investigators the man filed for divorce and completed the entire proceedings without her knowledge or consent, and that the court had already completed all hearings and filed the final divorce decree. Nixon submitted several forged documents and false information to a district court, including a forged waiver of service and a forged signature from a notary public in an effort to divorce his wife, according to a press release. Nixon's wife was very surprised. In this particular case, the gentleman decided to go through a divorce, but the only problem is he left his wife out of the process, and that's a violation of the law here in Texas. Nixon's wife started finding things showing that he was spending money on jewelry, so she confronted him and told her that they were actually divorced. Oh, my goodness.
That's how she found out they were divorced, because he told her, well, we're divorced.
Okay, we are divorced.
Yes.
Nixon and his wife were only married for a couple years before he moved forward with the divorce without her. The divorce decree has been vacated since it was filed fraudulently. 7:30 crazy, Stephanie?
Ooh, real crazy.
That is crazy.
James, 7:30 crazy?
7:30 crazy.
You know.
He wanted out bad.
I was getting ready to say, he must have wanted out.
That's that crack.
Wow.
And she wasn't going to give him out. She must have she was like, hell no, that ain't happening.
But he didn't give anybody, okay, if they've only been together for 2 years,
right.
Okay.
That wasn't enough time anyway. Even if she didn't give you a divorce, she ain't been married that long. Maybe she want to save her marriage. Give it another year or two before he was
like, no.
Some people are separated or going through it for a year, 2, 3 years. He ain't giving no time.
He was buying jewelry.
He just wanted to be deceitful.
Yes.
Like, and that somebody probably forged the papers with.
Ooh.
She was probably the brains behind the whole thing. Had the hookups in the court system and the notary. She was probably the notary.
You say women are smarter than
So
men.
he got with the notary. Okay.
Let me tell y'all a story about this girl. She was, I don't know, I think they were engaged, and he was just 7:30 crazy himself. So, but he would not leave her. And so one day she bought tickets. They were supposed to go on vacation, but she bought a ticket one place, and bought him a ticket another place and told him that she was going to the bathroom while she boarded another place.
Stop it.
Who paid for the ticket?
She paid for the ticket.
She's crazy.
She was crazy. But so she could not, keep the information hidden from him, That's 7:30 crazy right there. But she was 7:30 crazy. But that story was fun to me. So apparently he wanted out. And he was going to get out by any means necessary.
I hope they're ready to serve time
and he wasn't even ashamed. He didn't hide it. He just told his wife, we divorced.
Wow. So what? And what? I'm buying jewelry. And what Brincia said is 7:30 crazy. And that's what we think. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. Coming up next, you've got that Atlanta Now report.
That's right.
We'll be right back.
All right. Be right back. Y'all stay tuned.
That is crazy.
That's evil.
It's evil. You're right.
Evil.
That's evil.
Evil
right?
and deceitful. That is evil.
That's evil.
Yes. That's not right. No, we do not do that.
He just set himself up.
That was some work. That was some work.
And a whole lot of legal problems.
The woman was in on it.
Yeah.
Move your glass.
You know the woman was in on it.
She was
I
in
don't
on it.
appreciate your tone.
You know he had some help.
I'm not messing with that.
Girl, I'm trying to fix
Okay.
your sound, girl. I mean, you sound fine, but
Committing fraud.
I don't know what it is.
Not a good thing.
No.
It wasn't too bad this time. It's like, who is that?
Now she's off. I can't. Now it's something over here.
I don't know.
Would you take them?
I know that's right. That's the 7:30 crazy.
Yeah, Cindy, that's you.
Okay. Well, there. Just, you can move it.
So your mic is the only one on.
Move my phone.
And y'all can go to Power 108.9.
Smart ass. Coach said he coming up here to put his foot down. Your mic ain't on, so can't nobody hear you. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate that. Appreciate. Tighten up then, didn't you?
I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Like this?
Exactly.
Okay, yes.
Then,
Coach B. We say yes.
Coach B.
Right. Come on, you ready?
Hey, Sonia. Yes. You want to move my phone? You can move it over there. It goes high. No. Pick it up and move it. Thank you. Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And I hope y'all ready for that Atlanta Now report. RJ, tell us what you got.
All right. Hello. Welcome. This is RJ Powell bringing you the Atlanta Now report, keeping you informed, in the know on what is new, what is trending, and what is upcoming in Atlanta. Okay, so we got a lot of festivals coming your way this weekend. First, I want to say Happy National Pancake Day. I know it's in the evening, y'all, but we got two full holidays. We got National Pancake Day, and we have National, I can't remember it. I was thinking of something about Dumpling Day. National Dumpling Day. Yes. And believe it or not, we also have this is an international day for the total elimination of nuclear weapons, period. Okay, just what a lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't even know that is an international day, but it is an international day to actually, bring awareness to stop nuclear weapons. Okay, so I want to go ahead and put that out. All right, before we come to you guys with what's going on with the festivals, I want to talk about a little bit about what's going on in Atlanta, and we're going to try to keep this short. So I love what Mayor Bottoms is doing.
What is she doing?
We always coming with some good stuff that they are doing in the city with real estate development.
Right.
So this actually has a lot to do with making the streets safer. Everybody knows that there are a lot. We have so many cars going like in town. And when Mayor Kassim, when he was mayor, he actually came up with a plan. He wanted to basically make the streets better and bring in more bicycles and things like that, and get more cars off the road. So that's what they're doing now. Mayor Bottoms has proposed. They have a $5 billion. Okay, this is wonderful. That's going to go towards creating safer streets for non-drivers, and it is projected to triple the amount of bike lanes within the city. Okay. Before end of 21. Okay. Now the project aims to put 20 high traffic and oftentimes dangerous city corridors through rapid implementations changes to improve safety for people who walk, who drive, for those who are cycling, and all those different things. Okay, so I wanted to bring that, and the reason that they're doing this, everyone, is because there have been 4 deaths for e-scooters this year. Enough needs to stop. Thumbs up to the city of Atlanta. Thank you, Mayor Bottoms. Okay, moving along. Things to do for the weekend.
Yes.
All right, family, because that's what we want to know. What's kicking off?
That's right.
If y'all don't live in Atlanta, too bad, because we always rock in Atlanta. Every weekend here. We got something going on. We got a lot of festivals coming your way. So we got the Sweet Auburn Festival.
Yes, that's always a nice one. I've been before.
Y'all know that's on Auburn Avenue. We got the Sweet Auburn Festival this weekend. Okay, we got the Atlanta Music Festival that is kicking off. All right, you can go to AtlantaMusicFest.com for that. We got the AIDS Walk Atlanta Music Festival. Okay, the AIDS Walk. Everyone, please check it out and go out and support. That is happening at Piedmont Park. Just so you know, that's going to be Saturday at noon. And we got the Old Fourth Ward.
What they doing?
Well, they got their festival.
Okay.
And that's going to be on the Beltline on the east side.
You know that's you love the Beltline.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Have you been to the Beltline?
Yes, I have.
Everybody knows about the Beltline. And y'all can go to artsatl.org for that. Again, a lot of festivals. We're going to try to wrap this up. One of my biggest ones, I will be there. I'm there every year, 3 or 4 times we have it, and that is the Atlanta Streets Alive. So if you got your bikes, go on and pull them out. And if you ain't got them, if you don't have them, I got 2 extra ones. Hit me up.
I'm not biking with you.
I done told Cindy B she need to come ride with us. So this is where, in case you don't know about it, a parade is going to take place first. Okay, they have about 3 or 4 of them a year, and it's going to be 3.5 miles. No cars allowed, just straight cycling. I love it. So for all of you cyclers, let's get on out to the Atlanta Streets Alive, and you can go to AtlantaStreetsAlive.com for that. Moving along.
I was about to say, you can't forget my thing.
Which one?
You know which one. Okay. Now don't forget my favorite one.
I got you. Okay. Last but not least, we'll talk about the Pumpkin Festival another time,
yes,
y'all. That's at Stone Mountain. That's on Stone Mountain. Okay, so we got the North Georgia State Fair. That's the last one. I brought some festivals to you. Now we got a fair. And then, you know, the North Georgia State Fair is like the larger fair. That's the big one, okay? Mm-hmm. So get your family out there. Go to their website, NorthGeorgiaStateFair.com, and get some tickets for your family. Now, this is where Cindy B love y'all.
My favorite.
Okay, we're gonna talk about who failed these health inspection reports.
Yes.
Okay, now let me say this.
Please don't be on my list. No, on my to-go list.
No, they've been doing really good. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. But I will say, so we didn't report last week. We did report the week before that, and it was on the 12th. Okay, right. So I've already reported those restaurants.
Right.
However, more came out later on that day.
Don't tell us.
Okay, and then since then we've only had one. So let's talk about it. All right, everybody. We got the Irish Pub. This is the Irish Bread Pub. This on Virginia Avenue. This is not one of your spots. This is on Virginia Avenue, everyone. And they did make a 66, you know.
Right.
So we want to let folks know that. Little Caesars Pizza. Little Caesars Pizza. And the one on Cleveland Avenue, because that one just failed. And they made a 51. If you make a 51, okay, you got to clean this up. All right, this ain't just dirty countertops.
No,
this is
a
bad.
Mess. They closed the one by our house, and we in doggone Duluth.
Oh, interesting. So we got to keep an eye on that, everybody, for Little Caesars, which I gonna do. Smoothie King, the Smoothie King. This the one on Lucky Street. So this in town. Lucky Street. Come on, y'all.
What they get?
Well, okay. So what did they get?
Hey, I love Smoothie King.
They only got a 62.
Oh hell no!
And all y'all got to do is make smoothies. So. again,
people getting stomach aches and everything.
Yes, we got to get it together.
Probably not cleaning equipment.
No. So much more. Maybe your meats
you leave it.
Ain't at the right temperature. I'm sorry. We're talking about
your fruit, but they're leaving their milk out probably.
Oh, it's not good. You have mold. There's a lot of things. So y'all got to get it together. Y'all know on the Cindy B Show we brings this report. Okay, and in Atlanta we love to eat. So let's get it together. This is RJ Power bringing you the Atlanta Now report.
That's right, and we will be right back to finish our conversation. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Who failed last week? Who failed last week? But you know why I'm not surprised that Smoothie came? When I was a flight attendant, like he always asked me, why do I not take ice in my drink? I was an international flight attendant. You don't
that ice can be mold. Yes.
The ice is the nastiest thing. They take their hands, they put it on the dippers, they dump it in the ice. Ice is the filthiest thing you could ever get on a plane.
But that tube, that tube that that water coming out of, if you're not cleaning in there and changing your filters, you're gonna have a problem.
Who else failed last week? Anybody else?
Better, Cindy.
Huh?
I fixed it.
Oh, and you know what? I had.
So when we go to lunch, y'all choose the restaurant.
Oh yes. But Atlanta has really been doing good. One was a Mexican restaurant. I know that. Another one's an Irish restaurant. But you know
what's something sad? They're all on our side of town. Cleveland Avenue, Virginia Avenue.
In town. A lot of them in town.
Oh no.
But when we go to lunch, y'all just check your list.
Look, I was like, can you do a list scrub real quick?
No, I got to do another lunch at my house. Remember?
Will you please?
Will you please?
Did we not have a
girl? Yes, we did.
I still have the footage.
I got the footage.
It wasn't just a girl get together. It was an experience.
Can we get the guys together? Can we have the guys?
Oh, now that would be great. That would be good.
It.
When I tell you we had so much fun,
so much drink.
We had so much.
It was over the top. It was over the top. I love it. Okay, we're ready, y'all. We're ready.
We got 2 minutes. She set it out, and we had the place looking nice and
Philip said, and I will never get ice in my drink again. That's right. That is right. You have to be careful, Philip. I know we want those cold drinks, but we got to be careful.
I know, and I love my drinks cold.
But you know what? Not even just when you go out. Check your own refrigerator. You know, check your filters.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you got a refrigerator that lets water out from the outside, check that tube.
Check that tube.
You better check that tube.
Tube has that black.
Get your toothpick and go up. Not toothpick, but a swab and stick it on in there, and you're gonna find so much.
It's so gross, but you got to do it.
You got to do it.
Yeah. It won't be gross if you do it. But if you've never done it, it's going to be gross.
I don't get water from folks' refrigerator when I go.
I don't get water from people's houses either.
And you go like this.
The glasses. Some people's glass. If you don't know how the glass was clean, do not drink the drink.
You right.
I'm serious.
Now I do. You can have glasses from my house, but I do rewash. I do rewash though. I do rewash though. Just to
you go to people's house. Can I offer you some water? You don't know how that water's coming.
Hi, Dan. You right, Stephanie.
Y'all so bougie. Y'all went from
thank y'all for tuning
roaches in y'all house to I don't drink people water. Lord have mercy.
Boy, I don't drink to everybody, and I might not use your bathroom.
Oh my gosh, that's fun
you ready,
fun
sis?
stuff.
I'm ready, brother.
Okay.
We always do it this time. Go for mine. I guess to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And I have my co-host in the building, RJ. Say hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up, peoples? This is RJ.
And we have our guests in the building. We got Stephanie Gowdy in the building.
Hello. Hey.
And we have Mr. James Burke. Hey, James. Mr. James in here, he laid back with the button unbuttoned and stuff.
That's what you do when you fit there over. Okay.
He's a smooth OG up in the building. Okay, y'all know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
What'd you say?
He's smooth.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what happens.
That's that life.
That's that life.
That's that life. That charisma. Like you had it younger, but you live life now, so it come off.
Can you sustain it?
Seasoned. It's about being stability, right? Sustainability.
But you can't learn that.
No.
You cannot learn that. It just
Either
it is who you is.
Right.
But a good woman can iron out those wrinkles to make it a little smoother.
Okay, so speaking of iron out, do we need to iron out our men?
Yes, you do. Because let me just explain this, lady.
Let's do it.
As Cindy talked about earlier, people have had experiences. They've had hurt. They've had pain. And she said they come with all this baggage. Well, let me tell you what I tell men. At 65, I got more years behind me than in front of me. The rest of my life is a short trip. I'm not unpacking no bags I didn't pack my damn self.
Okay.
And there are people who will come with a steamer truck.
Yes.
And they always want to tell you need to understand.
Okay.
I don't need to understand nothing.
The steamer
You understand?
Trying to iron me out.
And they want you to iron out the wrinkles that you had nothing to do with. Okay. I'm not argon. I don't starch out nothing.
Ooh, okay. So let me throw it to James. Let me throw it to James.
And this is grown.
Do you feel, especially as a man of a particular age, do you feel like I don't need any ironing out? Like I'm okay with compromising where I know I want to compromise. Like, do you need someone to iron it out for you, put you in check, or do you?
Most guys at my age know what they want.
Okay.
They've been there, done that. So it's all about just compromising.
Okay.
Compromise. Communication. That's what it's all about.
I want to add something because I'm a stickler for, it's always good when it's good. But when things go bad, that's when you know what you really got.
Right.
Has the relationship been tested yet?
Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't even know how we got here.
I was going to say, you did with Stephanie put it all up front. I already know.
I know. But I want to know, has the relationship really, really been tested? Because I know what kind of powerhouse Stephanie is.
I can't believe we're here. I'm going to be honest. I have never had such a volatile relationship in the beginning. But he taught me something. No, because I'm used to this first 90 days of beauty.
Ooh.
And because he was real and because I was real, we clashed a lot. I mean, and he's strong and I'm strong. Okay. But I'm going to give it to him. I always give it to him. I thank him for seeing what I didn't see.
That's good.
Okay, because I'm the runaway. I'm like, it's better to get than be begotten. So when I see things aren't right, that's it. And he would say to me, well, see, I had this motto. If you got to work on it more than enjoy it, get rid of it.
I know that.
Okay, so that was me. And he's coming there talking about longevity.
Growing pains.
I said, I don't know nothing
like,
to grow.
What the hell are you talking about growing pains?
Yeah. So he stood there. He's the one that stood in that relationship and said, no, I'm real. We have a lot in common. I'm not going to let you run.
But you better
say that, James.
If you don't, you ain't got nothing anyway.
That's true.
Because she going to run all over you, and then she won't respect you.
But I was leaving.
She won't stay. She wouldn't even stay.
No, that was me. Every time we have an argument, I'm out.
Okay, no. So I got a question, with that. So has he proven himself enough to where you won't say, I'm out at
Yes. Well, you know what happened? The harder I was
he
out.
Won't be here.
No, the harder I was out, the more gentler he became toward me.
I love that. And that see?
And he kept saying, that his mother, he had a good mother, taught him that a man never chooses a woman. It's the woman's final choice.
It is,
and
everybody.
He would say to me, I'm waiting for you to see and choose me. That's
James,
what he told me.
You better
True
say
story.
it. Okay,
True
so
story.
I think that is
because when she choose you, it's chosen, it's done.
I think that comes with you. First of all, the foundation of who you are and how you were raised first, but it comes with wisdom and it comes with foresight to be able to see beyond the surface that she was putting out there because of whatever experiences she's had, et cetera, et cetera. But James, we had a question from one of our viewers, or one of our listeners.
Okay.
And they wanted to know, they have some friends who are over 50, who are out there dating, but they're finding the challenge in it because so many women, so obviously this is a male perspective, so many women are coming with so much baggage. And he wants to know, in terms of being able to give advice to his friends, do you be patient and stick it out? Or do you just cut your losses and keep on moving?
Well, it depends on who it is.
It depends on the person.
What is that initial feeling? What is your gut feeling about that woman?
That gut feeling. I like what you said about that because I think your gut tells you a lot.
Yeah, and you don't want to force it. If it doesn't come natural,
gotta come natural.
Then leave it alone.
I like that.
Leave it alone.
Didn't you have a question?
I do. Thanks, Cindy B. It's a two-part question. It's for both of you guys. One, I want to know from you, Stephanie. What have you learned about yourself being a 65-year-old dater versus... We're going to go back. We're going to go about 15, 20 years ago. Okay, I want to know what that 20-year span looked like. And for you, I want to know how have you changed since your last marriage and in dating Miss Stephanie here? Okay? Remember that one. Okay.
I think when you're young, and when I was young, I bought into all the fairy tales. Okay, you had Cinderella. She was waiting for the prince with the slipper.
Right.
Then you had Sleeping Beauty,
you
and
played
that
all the
prince
characters.
was coming up. So I come from a generation that this knight in shining armor is going to come, take you away on a horse, and you will live happily ever after. But what I realized through going through life, okay, you are your ever after, and you must have something to put on the table. So you must know that love doesn't conquer all. And at this age, I know that I have to look at the things, and I've developed what my needs are that complement me. I'm not looking for somebody to make me. I'm not looking for someone to make. So at this age, you should know enough about yourself. But there are a lot of people who don't. They don't know what they're looking for.
And they don't hold themselves valuable.
Yeah, I would ask people, what are you looking for? And they'd say, well, I don't know. Well, if you live with yourself 60 years and you don't know, I cannot help you.
Right.
And that's the first thing. Know who you are and be real.
Absolutely.
All right, we're ready for you.
All right. How have I changed since my divorce?
Since your last, was it your first marriage?
No.
Okay, good, great. Yes. How have you changed from your last marriage, okay, to dating Stephanie now? Because I'm hoping you're not the same. You know, a lot of who you are.
Absolutely
right.
different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure you know that you're different now. Talk to us about how different you are.
Here in this town, this is Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area.
Yes.
A lot of fine women here, right?
Right.
Yes.
A lot of women.
Absolutely.
A lot of quality women.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that can do something to a man's ego.
Okay.
So
we appreciate that honesty.
Once you weed through all the masses, not that you have to touch everyone.
Understood.
Yes.
Once you explore and find out what your personality likes are and dislikes, then you narrow it down. Once you narrow it down, you'll find someone like a Stephanie, clash, mesh, find out what's going on, find out what you have to break down on your ego.
I love it.
And I broke down my ego.
Yes, he did.
He didn't
broke
say
it down.
that he had to break you down.
Well, he didn't break me down, but
Yeah, he's talking about himself.
But what I love is
he broke my heart.
You looked inside yourself.
I looked at myself, broke it down, and just calmed down.
Okay.
Took deep breaths and got better, kinder, gentler.
I
hope y'all heard that. Sometimes in order to get something better, you have to be better yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Break it down.
And that is 100% truth. And I love that you said that. It wasn't like, how can I something her? It was, what can I look into myself?
Look within yourself.
And evolve.
Correct.
Evolve.
And match up.
Right.
Because
That's
it's going to benefit you in the long run, period.
Anyway.
Correct.
Period. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
why we talk
talking
about
some
this.
truths
Did I answer your
today.
question? I'm not sure. Did I?
Rachel, did he answer your question?
He answered the question.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright,
you did.
So listen, when we
Thank
come
you.
back, I have my question on what, at this age, are your non-negotiables? I want to know that. You are listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And when we come back, you know we got that What Was Sin Say? What Was Sin Say? We'll be right back.
She loved that. What was that? She loved what was Sin say.
Are you asking everything?
That's up to you. Of course. Don't say nothing. Don't prep them. Don't prep them.
All right, don't prep me. I'm good at that.
I know. That's why I said don't prep. I already saw that. Yeah, I already saw that. You ain't got to prep her. They ready. They ready.
Yes. Y'all tune in to Power 108.9 to see the entire show. 108.9.
Yeah, top of the hour, right?
Power 108.
Yeah, it's 7:58.
Okay.
Paul Mason up here said, I've always felt and said to others that the man is not booking the female. That's a DC term, and it's the woman allowing it to occur, and that if the guy say something and or do something wrong, then he may blow his chance of getting to know the female. Just his thoughts.
We appreciate that.
Shout out to Paul.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for
He
that.
said booking a female. That's old DC slang.
That's my place.
Yeah.
20 years, baby.
Hey, Todd.
Nothing like
Born and raised.
Hey.
Southeast. What up, Paul?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Paul.
You don't recognize Southeast now.
Oh, no.
We still Southeast.
Yeah, no. They didn't went in there and taken everything over from the...
Southern Avenue, Barnaby Street, all that's still the same. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, all that's still the same. Until you get down, you go down Southern Avenue, you run into Eastover. If you bust that left, then that's where the Gaylord and the Harbor, that's the Harbor is. That's where all that stuff is down there.
I used to live in the rich. Somebody said they lived in Fort Washington. I said, no, baby. I lived in the real Fort Washington, which was Tantalion.
Tantalion, yeah.
Right on the water.
I went to Friendly
going
for a
on.
minute.
Y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
First school I ever got kicked out of. I got expelled from all PG County schools.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And Tantalion had all the pretty girls in there.
That's right. My daughters were up
They
in
mama
there.
and daddy had good jobs.
Yeah, baby. I lived right on the water.
Yeah, I know Tantalion. What? I probably know your daughter.
Hey, I took her out before you came around.
Oh, okay.
Thank the Lord.
But ain't nothing like a DC man.
84, 85, 86?
No. She was gone by then.
Catch the
Oh, okay.
recap on my web, on my Facebook page. Catch the recap of the show after 9 o'clock on my web page.
Paul, they was in Tantalion, bruh.
Did you ever go on to tracks? Were you too young then?
Nah, I never went to. I was
The club?
Cherries and Panorama Room. And
Mark 4?
Mark 4.
Oh,
Yep, Mark 4.
yeah.
Black Hole, Howard Theater.
Mingles.
Yeah, no
Tiffany's,
Mingles.
Foxtrot.
Yeah, that.
They going back, y'all.
I
They
wasn't
going
old
back.
enough for that
Thank
one.
you, Todd.
Are you ready, Cindy B?
I'm ready.
What was Sensei coming up?
That's right.
Uh-oh.
No, not yet. He said he would.
We mad at Eddie today.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And it is time for that. What would Sin say? Let's go.
So here's the deal. We got like 9 questions we're going to blow through today. And these are questions that come into Sin's DM. They coming through your DM?
DM or email?
Okay. Coach know about these?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want nobody dropping no DMs on you.
Sliding in them DMs.
All right, so here go an easy one. Here's an easy one.
Who's
This is for
to?
everybody. It's for everybody. Everybody get a
Okay.
chance to answer. What's your love language?
Oh, I'll let y'all go first. I go last. RJ, go.
Oh, I have a lot of love languages. Keep it quick because I know
Yes.
the sensei. You got to keep it quick.
Yes.
Food.
Oh, that's okay.
That's,
So she got to know the 5. You got to read the 5
5
love
love
languages. 5
Ah.
languages. But she do love some food. The 5
Oh.
languages. James, what you got?
What you got?
It's in the eyes.
Okay.
It's in the eyes. It's in the eyes.
Okay.
That's the
In the
name.
eyes.
In the eyes.
Central music.
Central music.
Okay. So I'm gonna need y'all to read
Wait.
the 5 love languages.
Tell me the 5 love languages.
I don't know
Read
what
them.
We don't know them by heart.
Yeah, we'll go-
We don't know them by heart, but it could be like quality time, gifts. It's like certain 5 ones that speak to you.
Oh.
So, for instance, if I'm with someone and they flower me with gifts, and it's not my love language, it doesn't reach me. But to them, they're like, "But I'll get you this. I
It's
get you
quality
this."
time.
So the
for
5
me.
love languages: receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, with devotion, and physical touch.
Yeah.
Those are
So
the 5.
mine. We'll come back to that another day.
It's okay.
Okay, so mine
We
is
got it
quality
now.
time. Anyone who knows me, mine is quality time. And if you don't hear from me by phone, it's because you ain't invite me nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time for the phone and text message, but if you invite me somewhere, I'm there.
Well, speaking of phone and text messaging, texting or calling?
Calling.
Calling.
Oh.
It's calling.
They
Michael.
oh,
It's calling.
Text
yes.
me.
I'm learning. Text Michael.
No.
Text call.
A man sitting there talking to me and texting somebody else.
No, I would never. I don't do that. No. I wouldn't do that.
Would you want me to text you or call you?
Call me. I want to hear your voice.
I want to hear your voice.
Can I hear your voice in person, please?
I want your voice.
I want to hear your voice.
Texting.
Somebody texted me the other day talking about your voicemail full. I couldn't leave a message. I was like, good.
That's how mine is.
I was wondering why I couldn't get no message.
I agree.
Good.
Okay.
All right, here's one, Sin. How about
it.
this? Do you think that child support should be required?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I do think child support. I do think child support should be required. Should I think it take up your whole paycheck? No, I don't. I think it got to make sense. But I do think child support should be required. That's a conversation for another day. Yes.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I definitely think it should be required. I don't think that a man should feel that it takes the government to enforce it. Mm-hmm. I think a woman would love to feel you'd pay it whether they said it or not, but I think it's required for the child.
Yes.
Gotcha.
As much as I paid, absolutely.
And I love to hear a man say, I paid it.
Yeah.
For
hey,
me.
they sent me a refund check. True
Damn.
story.
Nice.
Now, for me, it's going to be a yes for both sides because you got single dads too.
Period.
So it is both parents' responsibility to provide for that child. That child is not in your household. Okay, you should be paying child support, and you can't put a number on raising a child.
Right.
You just can't put it on there.
My mother-in-law, not mine, not you, mother-in-law. This is a question for Sensei. My mother-in-law is going to be the ruin of our marriage. What can I do?
Okay, I'll speak. I have the best mother-in-law. Hey, Mama B. I got the best in-laws, period. Not just my mother-in-law. I have the best in-laws in the world, but I do know a few of my friends where their marriage has been ruined because they don't know how to communicate with their mother-in-law.
They don't.
And the mother-in-laws don't. They should, but they're not going to communicate with you, right?
Yes.
You got to know how to communicate with them.
I
Stephanie,
think you
what
got to
say?
go to prayer because my last marriage
Prayer
was
closet.
wonderful. No, it was wonderful. He was wonderful. I'm divorced today because of the mother-in-law. I brought her into the house.
Yep.
And he couldn't stand up to her, so I left them as a unit.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it can break it down.
Wow, James.
I've heard horror stories, but I've been blessed.
Wow.
There you go.
I've been
RJ.
blessed.
RJ.
Mother-in-law.
Okay.
A mother-in-law from hell.
Yeah. Oh, no, okay. Well, let me. It's about communication. Okay. When it comes to the mother-in-law, that's family. That's his mother. He loves her. Okay. You gotta find a way to connect with her and allow her to really, really get to know you, and be respectful and be comforting, but don't give up. Okay. Because if you give up on her, you almost might give up on him too.
Agreed.
Last two questions.
Okay.
Do you believe that you have to win over a significant other's children in order for the relationship to work?
I think that hasn't been my experience, but if I were dating someone and they have a child, I would think so. That's not really my experience like that.
I think that you shouldn't work to win them over. You should be yourself. I think your significant other should know the type of person that would be a part of his family. I think when he chooses you, he should keep his children in mind. But the older the kids, the worse the situation.
Bam! Wow.
Okay.
I can believe that, James.
Right, because you're not bonded.
I'm working on it.
James said he.
You know what? That's honest. We'll take that.
I can appreciate that. Okay, for me, because Greg and I, we have children separate from each other. I would say I agree with Stephanie. You shouldn't. You don't want to overdo it, but that's what you don't want to do.
Right.
But you do want to be yourself. You want to be genuine. But what you want to really show them is how much you love their father or their mother. That's what you want to show them.
That's right.
Show them how much you have their parents back, how much you love them, how much you support them. And if they really love their parent, eventually, even if they don't like you, they will.
Okay.
And final question.
All right.
Sin, I don't know who your friends are, but the question is, have you ever dated a married man? And is there ever a time where that will be okay?
Okay, I'm gonna answer that last because
that you know of.
I've kind of been in that, not on the first half, but on the second half.
So I think it's relative. Is it ever okay? I don't know. It just depends. People, get into relationships with people who are married. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know. Maybe they've been separated. Whatever the situation is, I think when you are in a situation like that, and you know that you're in a situation like that, you just have to really, really, really be careful, because you are messing with someone else's life, and you want to know if they are separated, you want to know what you got.
Yeah.
Well, why are you looking at me?
Well, I know you ain't dating a married man.
A married woman.
What a married woman.
Well, no.
He said, why are you looking at me?
No.
He like skip me.
Never a time.
I would never even consider it.
Okay. Awesome.
I've never dated a married man.
What if you didn't know?
Well, that's different. I think that's different. I think knowing.
How would I not know?
I've never dated a married man, and
he said I would.
I would never do it. I just don't. I believe whatever he did to that woman, he loved her at one time, and he's telling you he loves you.
Yes.
So he's going to expect you to understand when he gets rid of you.
Okay.
Okay. So
well, I don't get to answer this one.
What you
I
got?
didn't answer. Oh yeah. You go before me. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'm not dating a married man. That's off the table. And no, there's never a right time to date a married woman. And is there ever a time where that you would? Yes, it is. Her name is Jennifer Lopez.
You know what?
If her and A-Rod get married and she want to go out on a date with me, guess what? I'm smashing.
You going. You so crazy. Okay, so for me, have I ever dated a married man? That's an absolute no, just because I don't like to share. Mm-hmm. Now, people, were saying, if you don't know, that's a different story. But if you know, I'm not trying to share. No, I'm not trying to share in time. And there was one point in time where I went out on a few dates with someone, and I just felt like you really want to take it in early every day. Like about 5-6 o'clock, you like, all right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. And so I told myself, I was like, he's got to be married, and I just blatantly asked him. And then he went on to try to talk bad about his wife and really his children's mother. He did, and I said, don't talk bad about her. You go home to her every day. I don't know what you got going on, but I'm out. So I'm not with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is there ever a right time? If you have any kind of moral compass, I would say no. But in my particular scenario, when I was separated, living in my own space, we were going through a divorce. Not that it's the right time. You don't want to be in that mess. I'm telling you. But morally, no. But earthly, I was very honest with my ex at the time. Right. Said that I wanted to date and that I was going to date, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Put it all on the table. But you don't want none of that. I would tell people you don't want none of this. You don't want this. A whole lot going on. Okay, so that is what was Sensei. All right. When we come back, we're going to continue our dating over 50. When we come back, you're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Deborah. Hey, Portia. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right, Perry.
Internet radio, Power 108.9.
What's up with you? Long time no see, Miss Kendrick.
Hi. Yes.
Okay, cool. Did y'all all come together?
Yes.
Y'all can go to Power 108.9 to view the entire show.
Cindy, it's 2 hours today.
And after 9 o'clock, you can see the entire show on my Facebook page.
It's concert at the Roxy.
Answer it already.
Because I checked the Braves game and I was like,
they said it's a concert, right?
Yeah, it's a concert at the Roxy.
Okay.
Next time, ignore your inner voice.
And let me let you guys go ahead
and drive.
Who we got
It's only $8.
What's happening here at Power?
It's only $8.
James over there.
New guests.
We have the infamous, fabulous Stephanie, and we got Cindy B, your host
Follow
tonight.
us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power.
It's early.
Thanks for
I got
listening.
some key questions I want to put.
It's early.
And where? In here?
It ain't early. It's late.
It's early. We still
got
another hour.
But you know what it is. I think it's more complicated when you have older people. Somebody, like I told you, that should be your niche.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, especially older women, they don't know how to date. They either date like high school, they haven't dated. There's some of the stuff that women say.
They got that same playbook they use, and that playbook wore out when you were 25 years old.
Like this is what they would say.
And that filter, you need a new filter.
This is what they would say to me. James would call, don't answer the phone. He'll think you're not supposed to answer the phone. But you can't always answer the phone because then you gotta let them think you're not. What the hell?
Who got these games going on? I don't have time to play games.
No, they play games.
To not make yourself so accessible. Because they want to make them feel so accessible while
Right.
But when they're of a particular age, they know what they want. They're
Right.
calling you, they want to
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Some of the women I meet, and they never have a man. But when I listen to some of the men,
You know why.
I know why.
Me too.
I do too. No, seriously.
No, me too. Seriously.
It's like,
I mean, those,
and they go in
most of my
looking for
friends
the
are
bad.
45 and up. Okay.
You know,
yes,
they
ma'am.
go in looking for the bad. What's wrong with it? they'll say.
You know, you sometimes in that situation where you have to talk with them and counsel them, and you listen, and when you listen, you can clearly hear why
But see, a lot of
you're
women
in this
over 50,
situation.
they don't feel sexy.
No, they
And
don't
if you
feel
don't
sexy.
feel it, you can't act it. No, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
They've lost they don't even have a groove. They can't find it.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
You know where it went? It went up here. Because they listen to women, and they listen to stuff, and they listen to life.
Life
and
happens.
they don't trust
Life
themselves.
happens.
Trust themselves
Right.
to handle disappointment.
Right.
So when you were talking about how you put it all out there with James, was what I said last week on the show, where you gotta be okay with losing.
That's right.
If you put it out there and he walk away, you're like, okay, well, hey, you gotta be okay with losing.
You know, I guess it goes back to the same thing I told you when you were 17 years old.
What's that?
Every man you meet ain't gonna be the one, and that needs to resonate with women 50 and older.
That's right.
Everybody you meet
what?
ain't the one.
Because you know why? Women I know that are online, they'll say, I went online and I went off, I didn't meet anybody. I said, well, wait a minute.
Jamie.
They think that the minute they talk to a man,
He's supposed to. Oh no.
No, seriously. They go, isn't that true? They
Yes.
claim. Look, James will tell you.
I know. I've seen, and they get real
James
giddy. It's like, why are you so excited? You just met this man.
James will tell you how he met women on the first date. They trying to tell him how he can
You
move.
may even want to tell us what a
And he was like, that's
I'm about to play his record.
Yeah, we got to do better.
You ready?
Yes.
We got to do better. All right, y'all. We're about to come back.
Power108.9 at gmail.com. That's POWER108.9. Now let's get you back to the show.
What you playing, Mike?
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B. And we are listening to Gary Allen right now. And he is performing at the Roxy over here at the Battery. We want to give y'all a shout out. Hey, Gary. We hope we see you after the show. We'll be hanging out.
Yeah, I got
That's
the parking
right.
lot packed out there.
Y'all got Gary. You got the parking lot packed.
We couldn't
okay?
find no place to park.
Okay, so we're back, and I want to get right back into this conversation because next thing you know, it's going to be a wrap. And
Okay.
and there's some things that I want to talk about because a lot of my listeners want to know, message me like, can you have a show with dating over 50? And I said, I got you. I'm gonna work it out. So, what are, Stephanie, I'll start with you, Stephanie, and then I'm going to go to you, James. What are your non-negotiables when it comes to dating at this day and age?
My non-negotiables. Relocating. Okay.
What's that?
Relocating means like if you're in a long distance relationship
Oh,
and
no, I
she
can't.
and you
going.
have a
She ain't
business.
moving.
I'm not moving. You know, I've met women who have gotten up, met a man, moved. So that's a non-negotiable.
Okay.
That was a non-negotiable for me from jump.
Lying, cheating, and a bad credit score.
I'm with that. I'm with that. Okay.
Hey.
But can I ask you about?
She know it. She know
Can I
it.
ask you about lying? Can you define that?
Lying's anything that's not truthful.
Because I do feel like people lie.
Yeah, but there are people that they have trained themselves to talk around. See, so let me tell you something, ladies. When you meet a man and you ask him a direct question and he keeps giving you an indirect answer, he's lying.
And you'd be like me. I'll be like, but you didn't answer the question.
If he is 50 years old and dating, he might be a master liar too.
Well, there's
You gotta
some
look out for the master
there's
liars.
some master manipulators.
Michael?
Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's and usually women, you know.
So you said
Okay.
relocating, lying, and cheating.
Lying and cheating.
You know what? If you're over 50 and you
And that
cheat, I'm gonna
credit
need you.
score.
I'm gonna need you to get your life together at this point.
There's a lot of men out here that feel that women over 50 are desperate because they have nowhere.
And some of them are.
And they will tell you, oh, well, you know, at your age. And men will put insecurities in women.
Yes.
But it's a game.
But can they put them in, or they were already there?
Well, some women, when you come out of bad relationships, you have certain insecurities. You want to know, can you be loved? Can you go out? Will someone care about you? And then you meet up with these people who are telling you, well, you know, at your age, I could get a 30-year-old.
Oh, hell no.
Baby, let me tell you something. 30 is 30. And any 60-year-old man that has something in common with a 30-year-old, you don't want to know him.
Listen, that's a conversation for another day.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so James, what are your non-negotiables?
My non-negotiables is everything she said.
Okay.
And, I'm sorry, ladies, but no kids.
No kids, no little babies.
Are you talking about babies?
Oh, he's talking about young kids.
Yeah,
y'all have kids, but they're old.
Yeah,
they're
gone,
older.
They're gone. No.
So there's an age limit on that, because at a certain age you don't have little kids anyway.
Well, but
some do.
Some do.
At 50, over 50,
yes.
they got a 1-year-old.
They have maybe a 5-year-old.
He won't meet them. That number's so low, he won't meet them.
No, they be out. They
have
out
you met
there
one?
though.
I was gonna say, because have you met one? Just tell me, have you met one? Okay.
No.
But it is out there.
Yes, they out there.
It is out there. I think more. I think more on the male side though, because there's not that that clock that's ticking. You know, but there are some men out there that have some youngins.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, they do.
All right. So I have a question. In terms of, okay, so you've lived life, you're married, you're divorced, you're dating, et cetera, et cetera. Do you find, let me say, do you, Stephanie, find James, and then when I ask you, James, do you find Stephanie brings up their ex too much because there's so much history there?
All right, Stephanie, you guilty?
Well, see, I am guilty, but
look at James' face.
No.
James, we got James. We got you.
No.
You got your time.
We got you.
I am guilty, and you want to know why I'm guilty?
Let's talk about it.
I didn't have a bad marriage. Now I'm gonna be honest. Okay, he's a lovely man. He's married now. I'm friends with his wife.
Yes.
Okay, now I had 20 of the best years of my life. I'm not gonna lie. I lived a wonderful life. So any memories I had, you know, like I did a lot of stuff. Y'all know who I am.
Yes.
And
you've
so
done a lot of stuff.
A lot of times I've had some fabulous life experiences. And I don't think twice to say, oh, me and so when we went to, because I'm not threatened. To me, to meet someone and want them to act like they had no history, then that bothers me, because there were good times. Okay? And a lot of times you meet people and all they're talking about is, oh, they did this to me and that. I don't go there. Okay. You know, so I had a history and I had a life, and I want you to accept it, because that is what made me who I am. Okay. And if James, he doesn't talk about his much now, but if James was to say to me, oh, when my wife and I went to Europe, or when it would not bother me, because you know what? It helps me understand who you are, the kind of man. If you told me on my wife's birthday I used to buy her this, that would not bother me, because I know you were a good man to her, and you will be a damn good man to me.
Okay, James, I want to hear.
I love it.
I mean,
Thank you for that.
You did say too much. Did you not?
Yes, too much.
Isn't that what you said?
Not generally speaking, or not just occasionally, but too much.
You said too much.
Yes, I did.
Next question.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to take that in. I'm gonna need you to lock that in. Yeah. Okay, so no, my reason for asking that is sometimes when you've been in a long relationship, that's what you know, and you sometimes are not consciously aware that you talk about your ex so much. But what are you talking about your kids?
That's me.
If you've been to doggone this restaurant,
that's me.
You've been to this state, you've been to this country,
that's me.
Okay, but and then I'm gonna bounce it to you. Yes, but at the same time, you can talk about those same experiences without saying the ex's name. So, or the ex in general. You can say, oh, I remember when I went here. This was such a great experience for me. Now, if he asked, oh, when did you come here? Who'd you come with? Then now that's on him. He brought that on himself. Yes. But I have learned, being in, I wouldn't call it a long-term marriage for me, but being in a marriage, for me, my first marriage, there are experiences that I have, but I consciously do not say, when so-and-so and I were together, we went here, or we did this, or this, you know, and all of that. Because no matter, I know you're a great guy. So, or I'm a great girl. So, I've had some great experiences. Yes. So we don't have to say that. It's an understood thing. But I see James. James, what you guys say? You clapping over
James
there.
is loving you, girl. But I agree with you. And and she's right. You ladies know me.
Yes.
I am very descriptive.
Yes.
I am very detailed.
Me too.
I will say my friend Cindy, my friend so-and-so, my short friend, my dark friend, my white friend.
That's right.
I am a detailed person.
That's right.
I want to say I've seen this happen a lot. And you're with a couple. And one of the couples is talking about the ex a lot. Right. I've been in a situation, and I always watch the energy of the partner that's not saying anything.
They ain't saying nothing.
And if that energy tells me that they're okay, they're probably used to it, but that energy tells me what to do and what to say it does. If I see that it bothers them, or I can see it's bothering you, I interject immediately, and I take the other partner and I change the conversation. In my relationship, my fiance was married for many years as well, and and like you said, I respect what you said. He's a good man. He was, he had them same qualities with the wife that he had. And that is great. Now, where I may hear with the family that he had before me would be from his own family, because we're close, and they had a life with her, they had a relationship with her, and do they just bring it up? No, but we're all, we do family events, we travel, we do everything together. So it's gonna come up, and no, I won't say, oh, it just bothers me, but I'm a woman too. Now, if you just threw it in my face, I don't know, it may get to me a little bit, but it doesn't. But
we have such a good
it's about
blended.
the individual, and feeling comfortable in your own skin with your partner in their past.
And we have such a good blend, because I make it a blend. We have Christmas together. My ex-husband, his wife, his child calls me Aunt Stephanie. No, because you know what? It ain't about all of that.
Well,
we are family.
I think all of that is great. I think if you all are able to come together and have holidays, all of that is great. And if you shared that with him up front, I think that is great. But if it is a regular part of your conversation in the energy of your household, whether you're living together or whether you're just always together in one of the two houses, if you're always bringing the energy of someone else, I think we got to kind of shift.
Don't bring that energy.
Okay, we're gonna.
Don't bring that crack.
Shift that, lady.
Just shift.
Don't bring that.
He's over here loving y'all. See there? But
this is
I'm
good.
open to
This is
change.
good. And let me tell you, you can never be too old for flexibility. People.
That's right.
I know that.
Never.
Yes, absolutely. So listen, when we come back, I want to know, how do you merge? You both have your own house. You both own your own home. You got your own bank accounts. You got established careers.
Good credit.
How do you good credit? How do you merge? Do you merge? What is it that you do? You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
All right. I'm thirsty, y'all. I'm thirsty. Some water. Oh, we have some? You gotta take bottle of water. Oh, in the refrigerator? Oh, okay.
Oh my God! I was going to ask you if there was moonshine. Oh my God!
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
you
Michael
made
said,
that.
yes.
You
He distributed
really
them.
DC.
Did you let them smell it? No, you haven't. Not yet. Yeah, he's for real about the moonshine now. Thank you so much.
When did you move here? Honey, I'm surprised I didn't meet you. Even when I lived here, you know why people didn't know me? People will say, do you know so-and-so? I was on the airplane to D.C. every weekend. Even when I was married, I always went to, I love D.C. I love D.C. That's right, even when I was married. I didn't give a name. You're right. Baby steps, baby steps. Okay, why you do that?
I didn't, okay. Michael said no free advertisement, everybody.
That's right. No free advertisement around him.
Okay?
Oh.
No free advertisement.
I said I was always in D.C. too. Did you remember the club, the Zanzibar? My friends owned it. One of my friends owned that, Michelle Daly. That was the club.
You missed our conversation.
That was the club, the Zanzibar. Hey, Go upstairs to the glass room and party and look down. Nobody sees you.
Put it in a plastic cup. Lord have mercy.
Remember that gave the birthday card.
I know. It's gone. It's gone. I told you I was thirsty.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. I have my beautiful guest co-host in the building, RJ. Say hey.
Y'all know I love it when she called me beautiful.
We got J-Lo. J-Lo hanging out with us. No, I'm just kidding. On the radio, though. And we have Miss Stephanie Gowdy.
Hello, hello.
And we have Mr. James Bird.
Hello.
And they have been so honest, and I truly appreciate. We're not going to be able to cover all the over 50 in Dayton tonight, but I appreciate you all being so honest
and transparent.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of honesty,
oh Lord Jesus, go ahead.
I want to know how. Okay, so you've been dating, you decided to be exclusive, and maybe now you're engaged. Maybe you're planning a wedding. Do you merge? Who sells the home? Do you move in with one another? Do you merge your finances? Go on, Stephanie. I'm going to let you say it first.
Well.
Michael laughing.
Well.
All right, Steph. What we got?
See, just because you're in love, don't be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when you are young, you have a lot you can grow together. You're going to have children together. Right. So anything that you bring together, because it's usually going to go for the good of the children.
Sure.
But when you're over 50, you have yours, he has his.
Yes.
I see a lot of women, and don't get me women, first thing they want to do is sell their house, move in with him, move in with that. Let me tell you first thing.
Don't I tell it?
Okay, I'm going to just be honest.
Yes, please.
I belong to the Tina Turner Club.
And
do you know what that means?
Please tell us.
What's love got to do with it, baby? Because let me tell you something. You better protect yourself.
Okay.
Because, see, when everybody's talking pillow talk, they're so in love.
Yes.
But see, it's just like the stock market. The most important thing is knowing when to get the hell out before you go in. Okay. So when you in love and you go in, you think it's going to be all of this.
Yeah.
You start giving all of that. And then if something go wrong, or let's think about it. You didn't put all your stuff with his. You die and your kids don't get anything.
Nothing.
See, so what it is, it's about protecting the things that you want for the legacy of your family. So a lot of women get mad at me. Because they get married and they will sit up there saying, oh, well, I moved in his house and my name's not on it. Thank God for him that your name ain't on it.
Oh, where
and the same vice versa. Because, see, what you have to look at is this. I have my children. I own a company. I have my own house. I have things. Everything I have, I'm leaving to my children.
Sure.
Okay? Anything that James has should go to his children. You know, and I think that's what's important, just like when people get to a point, if they decide they want to get married, you know what you should do? You should sit down with the kids, your own kids, and let them know what everything is, what it's supposed to be, so that you don't have conflict. I think that takes all of the pain and the weight off of the relationship.
And that's for people who are close to their children.
Right, close to their children.
Yeah.
You know, so I just think that you have to sit down, and those are things, to be honest, should be discussed before you ever get to the point of thinking you're going to go get engaged.
I agree with that.
You don't get down the road and start discussing.
James, I want to bounce it to you. You know, how do you merge? Do you merge?
Well, I mean, we're early. We're like under a year.
Well, just in general, generally speaking.
In general, I love spending time with her.
Right.
But I love going home to my home.
Okay.
So it works.
So okay, so you're under a year, but so would you all say that, because listening to the both of you all, that you want to, I would say keep your homes, period.
Right.
Period.
Rent them out and get common ground.
Yes.
But is it, when you said I love going home, and I know you love going home.
Yes.
Is it in a relationship where, you know, you might spend overnight one time and you might go home another time? I know some spending the night going on around here. Well, we know that, but
I'll just put it this way. I live for the weekends.
Okay.
You know, so we do a lot of things on the weekends. So we're always together on the weekends. But we have discussed that the time is going to come that the weekends are not enough. Like more and more, we're starting to be together more and more.
You guys are. You know what? I love it because even though you're over 50 and even over 60. You still know how to date.
Yes.
You still know how to do healthy dating.
Yes. Can I tell you, just a side note, I received a phone call from an older friend this week. And just to get my advice on a relationship that broke off and they're kind of in that gray area. And what I told her, I was like, you have to practice dating. You have to practice being single because he's kind of told you that as much as because of the break, but you know, and because he's been honest with you, and the level of your honesty between both of you is great. You need to cherish that and not make him feel bad about being honest with you. But he's been honest with you that he's kind of dating and he's not quite sure now, and he has just recently divorced, maybe within a year or so. I was like, you gotta let that man go through them cycles.
That sounds like us.
So that you gotta let him go through those cycles, so that when he is yours, he's yours.
Right.
Unless you have the backbone to sit through it.
No, this is what it is. James and I talked about it. It's also timing. I met him at the right time.
Yes.
If I had met him in the beginning of that divorce, he wouldn't have been ready for what I was ready for at that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I needed the year.
Right.
I needed the year.
And I'm not going to say that he did not want to just, if you allow a man to keep having options, he will.
Yes.
Okay. And I think I got to a point that I said, hey, and not in a mean way, you know what? That's right for you. That's your timetable. And that's not mine. So I think I might want to go elsewhere. And then I think he came back and said, I don't want you to.
It was the same thing that I said to Shorty. I said, at this point in time, you're the only one that I'm seeing. Not that I expected him to do the same because we were fresh. And I told him, and when I get tired of that, I will let you know.
Right.
And he didn't like that gray area.
Right.
About 2 weeks later, he was like, I want to lock this thing down.
Right.
He didn't like that gray area. But for me, it was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I don't expect the same because we're not exclusive, but I'm just letting you know what page I'm on.
Yes.
But if I get tired of that, we don't know when that's going to come.
Yes.
And but see, what happens, a lot of women, they don't want to ask what they don't want to know.
Yes,
and then there's a lot of things men tell them in his book, and they're writing pages that he never said in there.
For you two, what I see, because we all know when you start getting 40 plus, okay, you start getting set in your ways. So by the time you get 50 plus and 60 plus, you damn near in your ways, and you don't want to change. You want everyone to change around you. You're at the point like, I'm not changing. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to think what I want to think, and I'm going to do what I want to do. But I see so much flexibility here.
Yes.
And this is why it's working. There's a lot of you guys got a lot, like you say, that mesh, and that's great. You got all this mesh going on, okay? But the flexibility when one says, I'm not so caught up in myself, my past, my ways, that I can't change. Okay,
that's true. You have to.
That I can't be flexible. Nobody wants to change. Change is good. Shut up. Okay,
it is.
I can't be flexible.
Change is good.
You know what I'm saying? For the other person, and that is what so many of the women that you know and see, that's what they're lacking. And I know it because I talk to them all the time. They don't. Not all of y'all. Okay, they don't want to change. When I tell you, they so set. Even in their 40s, they're so set in their ways.
They're setting their ways.
They're just set, and they don't want to do it, and they're lazy. They do not want to get up and go make things happen. They just want to work and go home. And when they get out there and try,
that's right.
As soon as something go wrong, it's like I'm out, I'm done, and now you back to sitting on the sofa eating again.
They don't want to do anything. They'll say, "Oh, I just go to work and I go home," And I think, like you said, they get set in their ways, and nothing's going to change unless you change some of the things that you do. See, the first thing you have to do is look at yourself, know yourself.
Yes.
Do you want to date yourself? Try to find somebody like yourself. So change yourself into what you want to date.
Well,
I
hate
be the woman that you want to be, the kind of man that you want to have.
I hate saying the word change because I feel like we are who they are. I always say evolve. Evolve.
That's what change is.
Into who you. Because you can't change me. I am who I am. You can inspire me to evolve. You can inspire me to compromise, et cetera, et cetera. But when you said, and you mentioned even earlier, like, do you know what kind of dater you are? And one of my questions was, do you know your relationship DNA? Do you know what kind of dater are you? Do you know, have you looked within yourselves to know what needs to evolve?
Oh, yeah. And it's interesting that you say that. I always say to different women who will come to me and talk, and they'll tell me all these problems, and I'll see this man. I say, you know what? I know the problem. You keep dating a different man, but they have different names, but it's the same man.
It's the same guy, and you've been doing it your whole life.
And you've been doing it. And then I hear this, they'll say, well, he's not my type. Well, change your type. Evidently, it's not working for you.
What I say, tap into your other taste buds.
Yes.
Tap into your, so
Yes.
I want to go to I want to go back to James, something that you mentioned earlier, because I didn't forget. It was locked in my brain. You said, I do enjoy going home. Do you think about that as something long term, or do you just think about it now, but something that, could evolve into more, in one?
We spend a lot of time together.
Yes.
We do.
Okay.
So, I go home and I'm knocking down cobwebs.
Right. He ain't thinking about that. He's enjoying it day by day. Yeah. I love it.
But I love being home.
So would you think about, you guys keeping, now this is forward thinking. I'm not putting no pressure on y'all. Nothing like that. Okay. Okay. You know what it is.
So cute, Steph.
But just because we want to speak to the masses.
What did you say to me a couple of weeks ago?
Ooh, what'd he say? Can you tell us?
You know what he said?
What did he say?
Yeah, see, I've learned from men, first of all, you ignore things you don't want to address. I learned that from men, okay?
Okay.
So I'm in the kitchen. He said, well, when we start living together, I wanted something, and I never answered. So he waited. He said, why do you do that? I said, what? You just ignored me. I said, what? I asked you about when we start living together. I said, well, I learned from you. Anything you don't want to address, you just act like you didn't hear. So
I love it. So that basically means to me, we'll pick this up on another time. Yeah. Ask us in 6 months. Yes. So speaking of relationships, over the age of 50.
Yes.
At my age, at 38, I'll be 38 in November. At my age, I can't imagine if I was single, me saying I got a boyfriend.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
What's the title?
None. No, I'm serious. I haven't found out the word because it sounds so childish.
Partner?
My boyfriend.
That is he's your partner, and he's a significant other.
Well, see, when you start talking partner, it can go into other things.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you say partner, people think that it's female.
Sure, or male.
And I don't want to take that away from them.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I haven't figured out a word.
Actions speak louder than words.
I don't know what to call. What do I call you, honey? My boo?
That's your baby.
My baby.
No, you've never.
That's
said
your man.
No, that's
girl.
what the grandkids call.
That's your
I've
man.
never been a boo.
Don't call me no boo.
I just call him James.
I love that,
And
sweetheart. And let me tell you, when you get 50 and older, screw everybody else about the titles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm up there too. I don't give a damn. I don't even curse on Reddit. I don't give a damn about a damn title. Okay, everybody. I don't care about no title.
But it sounds high school. So I can't say my boyfriend.
I don't care about no title. It's what you have, and that's all that matters. Whether you can be married, and it's a, how many relationships I've seen come and go.
What is a boyfriend?
So many. You can have a husband and you can have a wife, and you still ain't got nothing,
right?
Because the marriage is a mess. But you can have a best friend, your partner, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and you really got something of substance. So screw the damn titles, everybody.
I told Stephanie, I said, action speaks louder than words.
No. But I believe actions back up your words.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Have a mix of both. Have a mix. So for me, if even at my age, we ain't talking about no doggone boyfriend, girlfriend. Right. I would never. This is my boyfriend at 38 years old, let alone older. No, it's a no for me.
No, it's a no for me.
Now, husband is different. When you get to if you get to that point, but it doesn't mean that if you're not at that point. Yeah, you don't have that kind of vibe, that kind of connection,
kind of
and
relationship.
Things like that. Okay, so listen, when we come back, I gotta ask the question: prenuptial. How do you all feel?
I think that's.
Listen, I'm getting all in. I got to get all in the business because the people want to know, and I want to know. How do you argue? How do you argue? And the tongue, the sharp tongue of a woman. We're gonna talk about that when we come back. Look! I can see James on the corner of my eye. I can see him when we come back and listen to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Hey everybody! All right, Carter Paul.
Ask questions.
Hey Willie. Hey Rudy.
I wonder if other people.
Hi Ben. Hey baby.
Oh my! We've learned to argue. Wouldn't you agree?
Hey Deborah. He went to a
Save it for the air.
He's the calm to your storm. He's the calm to your storm.
Yeah, well.
Just me getting in the car and meeting him.
Oh, that's so sweet. Don't let him fool you.
Yes. He like all that spice. He like all that spice.
Yeah, he likes that spice. This is good. You like that pepper on your tongue.
That's important.
That's important. No, you like a lot of it. Mm-hmm. You like that Jersey girl. That Northeast Jersey girl. I tell you. By way of D.C.
Okay.
No, where are you from, James? Pittsburgh.
The bird.
The bird.
The bird.
I love that.
I did not like Pennsylvania at all. I have a lot of family there. I have Chester. I just feel like everybody's just upset.
I love it.
I'm just like everybody upset.
You were in a bad neighborhood. That's what that was.
Probably was. I couldn't take it. I was like,
oh, thank you. Never mind, Phyllis.
I can't take it.
All right. That's because of the cold weather.
Ain't nobody smiling. I'm walking around saying, good morning.
If it's cold, I won't be smiling.
No, but it's colder than it is here.
Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
girl.
appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much.
Hey, Chanel. Thank you, John.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Y'all got me cussing on this show. I've been on here since March. I ain't said
Damn,
one
ain't no,
cuss word,
damn it.
not one.
Now, I done said damn.
So Stephanie to come up here with something else.
Okay. He said, I don't give a damn.
Okay, I don't give a damn.
That's my girl.
And look, I'm the one who doesn't curse in real life. And I'll be saying damn all the time on the radio.
Yes, I know. And yes, but hey, I'm learning. You can curse on the radio. I just try not to.
Do we have another break or no break?
Oh.
We'll do one at 55.
Okay.
And talk to 55, and then we'll take a quick one, and then you come back and outro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What's up, Hearn? Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And we have been having the real conversation. Not just dating over 50.
Oh, no.
Just dating, period.
Listen.
Okay.
These are lessons of life. Lessons of life.
I hope y'all listening. And I'm going to need y'all to share.
And watch
on
the
y'all
replay.
Pages and share, watch the replay, and watch it again.
Watch it again.
And
Watch
then
the
maybe
replay.
one more time after that.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Because our guests, Stephanie and James, have really been transparent in all the questions I've been asking them.
Keep it real.
Okay.
And keep on asking.
And you guys are funny.
Yes.
Okay. And
that's our relationship.
And you guys are happy.
Yes.
And that's what's missing so much in relationships, dating relationships, the happiness. So, if you want to see that, please watch the show and check out the rerun.
Before I get to my next question, when you said dating and happy, there's so many relationships there. They're not even in the relationships phase, and they are just bickering and not happy.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's important that you have fun. One thing I can say about James and I, we can be in the house and we are laughing.
Just having a blast.
We enjoy each other.
Yes.
And we'll talk about something that happened, and we will just
talk about
it and laugh and laugh, and and it's just wonderful.
I love it. I love it.
Your companion.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's about having a good time.
Yes.
We're having a good time.
That.
Well, that's a part of self-care, first of all, and especially when you get, I'll say of my age, my self-care, my joy, my happiness is non-negotiable.
I was going to say
that is my non-negotiable.
With Cindy B. Oh, me.
Okay.
All right.
That is my non-negotiable. I cannot see, I can see a dark cave, right? Dark tunnel. But if I see that light all the way down there, I can work with that. But if I see no light at the end of the tunnel,
that's a problem.
I don't want to do. I am not built for that.
What's that song? Flashlight. If he ain't holding it, you gotta go.
I'm just. There's some people built for that, and actually, you know what? They never get there.
They go in the darkness to create the light,
but some
people have to go into the darkness and already see light to see that they can do something with that light. But you do have people, they go into the darkness and they can create light and they can create something beautiful. It's just you have a lot of people that go in that darkness and they stay in that darkness.
And not just that, a lot of people go into darkness and instead of them thinking about picking up the light, they're waiting for the other party.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You know,
so every time you pick up the light, they go and blow it back out.
Right, they're waiting for somebody else to pick up the light.
Yes, and it makes me not that you're darkness, Stephanie, but it makes me think of what James said. You know, when he said, you know, in the beginning and the pull and pull, where he stayed with you and he wouldn't let you run. You know, to me, that's him picking up the light. He could have been like, damn it, we in the dark together then.
Yes.
You know, like, Emma Ethel, we in the dark together. Now what you're going to do? You know? And then y'all just be in darkness. But for one person who has the insight and who has the foresight or even just has the glim of light to be able to just put their pride aside and pick up that light.
Yes.
Because they see the bigger picture.
Yes.
It can birth a whole lot of greatness.
Yes, that's true.
It really can. Okay, so speaking of light, we're going to take it to the other side.
Uh-oh, here we go.
We're going to take it to the dark side, y'all.
All right, going to take it to the river.
Hopefully it's not too dark. Okay, so I also know, so when you're talking of any age, it can be, but sometimes when you're talking of a particular age with women, whatever color, sometimes it can come where we feel we are permitted to say certain things in a certain way, in a certain tone, and that we would not accept from the man.
Okay.
Stephanie, I want to hear your thoughts on the sharp tongue of a woman and how you argue.
Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Have you?
See, first of all,
I'm looking at
no. See, first of all, when you have two strong personalities, okay, that was our clash because being the person who likes, he said, to be in control.
Okay.
He had a certain way about him that he talked at me. Okay. Now, you girls know. And unfortunately for him, he didn't know where I came from. And so one day my boy had the nerve to tell me about, you know, the way I was talking to him, but he wasn't looking at, but you are the catalyst because I'm a person. I love fun.
Right?
You girls know me.
Yes.
Right. There is never a need for sarcasm. Sarcasm is a subtle form of abuse. And a lot of people don't realize that people are shooting darts. They're trying to get something across. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, and when you're sarcastic, you're trying to say something in a funny way, but it ain't funny.
Yes.
It's
so
funny
like
to
one
me.
time my boy had to come up and say something. And when we had a big blow up, I mean, it was almost the end.
Okay.
And then what I had to remind him, I said, look, when you come to the show with a gun, I got a Uzi with a tank behind me. I'll take you out. Because I'm that woman with a mouth.
Right.
And I'm the one, I told him I don't have stops.
Okay.
Right.
And so because I don't have stops, because I don't, I'll walk away.
Okay.
I will walk away. I'm the person who will. But God knows, I know myself.
Okay.
Once you say something to me in a certain manner, it's over. You start A, I take it to Z. I don't have no control. I'm not saying it's right.
I understand. I understand. I think that's honest. I think that's honest.
And so, you know, but what I will say about him, we used to have verbal explosions. The atomic bomb had nothing on us. And one day he even said to me, "You are brutal." Okay. But then I think he understood that I love hard, I play hard, and I fight even harder.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right, James.
So
look, James over there. He like, can I get the mic? Can I get the mic?
Y'all, okay, y'all hearing this?
So be on. Look at this. She done turned her chair and everything.
Oh
So tell me honestly, regardless that she's turned her chair to you right now.
Doesn't matter.
So what are your thoughts on what Stephanie said as far as the sharp tongue, the comeback with the Uzi, with the tank in the back and all of that, and how you come full circle to making a compromise?
Well, she learns how to apologize.
I love that too.
I didn't learn it. I always did.
The power of apology is, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, because she's gone places that no woman should go.
He's right.
I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Yes,
What
he
did she
did.
just say?
When you come back from that, you know what you got. You ain't guessing.
Hey, I had some girlfriends that said you didn't say that. That makes me cry.
Yeah, she can be brutal. Absolutely. But it makes you think.
Yeah.
It makes you think.
Well, I always think about your capacity. So I love that you put out there what your capacity was. This is not what I can do. Like, even with y'all know how much everybody loves Shorty.
Oh, I love my Shorty.
Okay, everybody loves
He's
Shorty.
Ryan now, but he's Shorty to us.
Yes, he will always be Shorty to y'all. But we've been together 10 years. We've been married 9 years this year.
Oh, congrats.
And thank you. And we've had 2 blowouts. 2 in 10 years.
Wow.
If you argue with me, you just not trying to hear me, because I'm a compromised kind of person. I'm an understanding kind of person. It's just that if you argue with me or you have beef with me, you just weren't trying to understand me at all. But in these 2, it was the same thing, because he's a jokester 24/7.
Yep.
And it was me thinking he was joking, and he was not.
Oh.
And so in it, I'm dismissing him, thinking he's joking. And he's a man.
You ain't finna be dismissing no man's man.
He's a man. You don't dismiss him. But I didn't know, So
and them nails flickering around too.
I don't know, and I remember one day I was closing the blinds. I'm like, but don't nobody know when you playing, that kind of thing. And then I dismissed him again. But what I end up telling him, so me, I can have conversation. Okay, you're right. I acknowledge. This is what I meant. I apologize. I can do all of that. I don't know if it's a Leo or a Shorty thing, but when he's on that path, he on that path. And so I remember there was the last one some years ago where I think we both understood each other. And I remember telling him that I am not built for unwarranted arguments where it doesn't make sense. I remember in that, I was just like, are we really arguing over this? Like, there are people who argue over real stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Real stuff. And we are arguing over, I didn't scoot over one seat
but
over.
It can happen like that. It's a good day, and out of nowhere, it's like, what?
It can, but at the same, when you take it to, to that level, and he will argue from morning dusk till dawn and the next day. If I let him
go.
Okay.
He will let it go at some point, but see, I'm not built for that. So I will say, I don't want to walk away from you, but I'm going to go on and walk away. So he knows me, and he knows, okay, well, I don't know what comes after this walk away, so I better pull it together, And so I appreciate him coming to me and saying, can we talk? Because when he comes, he'll say, can we talk? And I will give him that, and I'll come out there and talk. But that last time, I told him, I said, I'm not built for frivolous arguing. Like, you can talk to me about anything. You can talk. We can compromise. We can work it out. But like arguing to the end and we be wrong. I'm exhausted. I can't do it.
And see, you've learned each other, because James and I, we've learned how to disagree.
That's right. Learn how to disagree.
We wouldn't be together because if we didn't, and the relationship meant so much. We have learned now, and we're always learning, but we have learned now how to disagree, and we've learned how to argue.
For me, I've been with my partner for a minute,
time,
okay, and so arguing. I'm not built for that. I'm not made like that, and he's a man's man. He's not made like that. He's not made for arguing. Okay, unwarranted arguing, none of that stuff.
Right.
When we get into huge disagreements, okay. And not that we haven't gotten into big things before. One thing that he's always stayed committed to, and that is the conversation I had when we first got together.
Okay.
And that conversation was because he knew that, okay, he's, I'm a strong-minded woman, okay, and very independent in my thinking and in my processing, and what I wanted from him, because I knew what kind of man I was dealing with as well. Someone who don't like arguing, someone who's very easygoing, very laid back, very nice.
He is.
Okay? Everybody loves Greg.
We all love Greg.
But
Yes.
you will never see that side unless, that's like any partner, unless you're laying with them. But one of the things I just always wanted was, I don't care how far we go in a disagreement or even an argument, don't ever get too far down to the right or the left to where I can't reach you.
Bam.
Because for me, I don't stay mad.
Right.
I can't stay mad
That's
past
right.
10, 15 minutes. I bounce back. But if you're still there, you got to let me save you.
That's right.
And if you do that, we will never go to bed angry. We
That's
will
right.
never have
That's
a
right.
relationship where we're not happy. Okay, because I won't let you stay mad,
That's
but you
right.
gotta let me come and help you if you're still going down that path. That's what I want to say.
I love that. That was one of the conversations that I had with my husband when we asked our non-negotiables, our breaking point.
Yes.
And that was the day that you won't let me reach you is the day that I'm gone.
You're right.
That's
right.
it.
That's good.
That's
I
it
like
for me.
that.
So listen, we are closing this thing down, but we're gonna come back. We're gonna wrap this thing up. When we come back, you're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
All right. I love. Hey, babe. Yeah, we talk about you.
Oh, Greg, is that Greg?
He listening.
Hey, Greg.
I hope you on the way up here. I hope you on the way, baby. Hope you on the way.
Where's Shorty?
He on the way. Shorty's on the way. Oh, he's probably already here.
He'll die with the name Shorty. We call him Shorty. Then one
You know,
day-
I call him Ryan. I just feel so funny calling him Shorty.
But I called him Shorty all my life.
All his family, all
You know, I met him as Ryan.
introduced him as Ryan. So when we met, he told me this nickname. I was like, "What's your real name?"
Okay.
Thinking that he gave
Shorty.
his name that, like a.
But that's the name he grew up with.
That's the name he passed to the
Of kid. Yes.
Shorty. Even I said, Phyllis, we're gonna see Shorty. She said, "Oh."
So now I do you'll hear me go in between only now because I love that he has that with people who've known him.
Yeah, professionally he's wrong.
Yeah, professionally.
You know, but
Yes.
to all of us who love him, he's short.
Yes.
With this big smile. Hey, Greg.
Hey, babe.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we got to wrap this thing up. But before we do, I just wanted y'all to answer just right off the dome, both of you,
Okay.
Stephanie and James. Prenup or no prenup? Steph?
Prenup.
James?
Prenup.
Okay,
Oh
then.
my gosh.
Is the relationship important over 50, or is it just the companionship, Stephanie?
Relationship.
Importance.
Relationship or companionship?
A relationship is important.
All right, and last one, for those who are dating out there, is health a factor? If you really like someone but they have health issues.
Oh, we should have talked about that earlier. My goodness.
Very important. If he takes more than one pill, leave him alone.
Oh.
James,
She don't play. Come on, James.
Oh, no.
They already sick.
James.
They already sick when you met them.
They
But you
already
really
sick.
like them. But you really like them.
What you say? What you say?
The overweight thing, I can't do it.
Okay, we'll take that. Okay, so now we got to wrap this thing up. But Stephanie, you gonna come back?
Oh, anytime.
James, you gonna come back? Because we didn't get to talk about everything, you know. Okay, so Stephanie, tell them where they can find you online, social media, and all of that.
You can find me at stephanie-v.com or stephaniev.biz.
Basically, you can Google her because really you can Google Stephanie Gowdy and she all over the internet. Okay,
I have some wonderful things coming out this year in 2020.
that's right. So you got to come back and share it with everyone. Okay.
Yes, I will.
All right, James, tell them where they find you.
Realty Pro.
At my house.
Yeah. and realtypro.ws.
You'll find her with Stephanie V.
Realtypro.
Realtypro.ws.
Okay, RJ, tell them where they can find you.
www.therjpowerexperience.com or IG I am RJ Powell.
All right, and y'all know where y'all can find me at the Cindy B. Spell my name right. It's SYNDY. Or at the Unbroken Experience or thecindyb.com. And make sure you tune in every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And we'll see you next week.
Peace. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
That's what my dog
dogs in the night.